Hello students, today we are going to study about ABC of technical communication. As we know, technical communication is a transmission of technical and professional information from one individual or a group to another one. There are three important requirements of technical communication. The first one is your subject competence. It means a person should have the professional knowledge or the capabilities and the abilities regarding his subject. Next is the linguistic competence. He should have a the person should have an appropriate language skills which helps in formatting or writing a technical document. Third is the organizational competence. A person should be able to organize the technical document in a logical and an organized way. Now, what is the need and the importance of technical communication? In today's professional world, when you move out in a professional world, you need to interact with the person in a professional way. So we can say that technical communication is the essence of organization life or a prerequisite of effective management. It's a crucial to professional success today because success in communicating in the technical environment will depend not just on your technical style but on the ability to analyze, organize, and present essential information effectively. It also leads to unification between the activities of individuals as a work team and helps to foster positive attitudes required for motivation, cooperation, and other organizational processes. It not only makes professional interaction possible, but also directs the flow of technical information and knowledge for the guidance of technocrats and engineers. Now, what is the style of technical communication? The only thing is, it's how or the way a person puts words together into a sentences, how he arranges a sentence into a paragraphs, organizes a paragraph to get a piece of a writing or an appropriate oral discourse to convey technical communication or technical information accurately, clearly, or precisely. Technical style is a non-literary and scientific. It is recognized by simple, clear, straightforward, and facts-based expressions. Your technical style, there are certain things that a person should keep in mind while writing a technical document. First thing is the language is simple, direct, factual, and precise. A technical writing has a purpose, that is to either it's going to inform you, instruct you, or persuade. Sentence construction should be correct and simple. Words chosen should be technical and direct, and tone in most technical and business writing should be kept neutral, and no personal pronouns should be used in the technical writing. Now, style in communication depends on various factors. The first one is the audience. You need to know whether if you are addressing a superior, then you have to express in a more diplomatic and tactful way. But on the other hand, if you are interacting to your subordinates, then in that case you are direct and forceful. The next is the communicative context, like you're conveying a routine information or you're making a request to the person. Next is the purpose, whether you are conveying a neutral information or general information, you're conveying good news or you are conveying a negative information. So three factors are there that basically defines your styles also. The first is what kind of an audience you are interacting with, what is the communicative context, it's whether routine or request, or what is the purpose of writing a technical document. So style refers to the way something is said rather than what is said. Style is a distinctive mode or a manner of expressing ideas in language. Now we have to study the ABC of technical communication. A stands for accuracy, B stands for brevity, and C stands for clarity. And overall, the technical communication should be object. So we have to understand the objectivity of technical communication also. Let's study it one by one. So A stands for accuracy of information as well as accuracy of expression. So how you will attain the accuracy of information and the accuracy of expression. So whenever you put forth some information to the audience, you always cross check the authenticity of the report, because any factual error will put a question mark on the reliability of the report and thereby reduces its effectiveness. So always cross check the information, facts and figures which you are conveying to the person. Next, this accuracy of expression demands that there should not be any grammar error, or accuracy is essential for professional and technical communicator. It also demands precision. It means the document should be precise. So how the precision can be attained? So there are certain techniques. The first is that it should be simple and familiar words should be used. Exact words and phrases should be used, which actually helps in attaining the precision. So example, let's understand it with an example. Although all metal reacts with oxygen, their reactivity is different. Some metals such as sodium and potassium react with oxygen frequently. They ignite even if retained unenclosed in the air. This is not very precise, clear and simple language is not used in this. You can rewrite it. Although all metals react with oxygen, their reactivity is different. Some metals such as sodium and potassium react with oxygen vigorously. They ignite even if kept open in the air. Now we have just replaced certain words in the revised paragraph. We have removed frequently with the vigorously and retained with the unenclosed, like kept open in the air. So the motto behind the precision is, or to have preciseness in the writing is, that instead of using a very hi-fi words or unnecessary technical jargons or technical words in a paragraph, is not going to help you out in giving your idea clearly to the audience. So instead you have to give the accurate, clear, precise idea in a simple way instead of giving it in a very in a different style, because technical communication is different from a general communication. In general communication, the author is free to write, free to use words of his own choice, but in technical communication we don't have this freedom. We have to stick to a certain formats, we have to use to certain technical words and the simplicity of the documents. Next is brevity. Brevity is the quality of being brief but comprehensive in nature. It means the document should be brief, unnecessary information should be removed, but the necessary information should be properly arranged and logically arranged in the text. So how you can achieve brevity? So it can be achieved by avoiding wordiness and repetitions. So excess of words and the repetitions, what you find in a writing, that can be pruned out to attain brevity. Let's understand with an example. We have this paragraph. Blasting is a very important and significant process which can be defined as a process where rock is broken into fragments for a remarkable purpose, that is recovery of valuable ore. So this sounds a little bit wordy. Why? Because these kind of words phrases like which can be defined as where rock is broken, these kind of words, that is recovery, is these phrases can be removed. This is actually giving unnecessary wordiness in the paragraph. If you remove it, you can get a revised sentence, a precise, concise style, that is, blasting is a process where rock is broken into fragments for recovery of value ore. So the same sentence is giving the information in a very concise, precise and in a brief way, and that is the essence of your technical communication. One or more example, a computer performs several important functions which include performing fast and accurate calculations. So again, this phrase can be removed from this sentence to attain concise style. Let's see, a computer performs fast and accurate calculations. So this is a very crisp sentence and a concise sentence to give this full information. The next is the clarity. Clarity is the quality of being clear, or you must say there should not be any kind of an ambiguity in the sentence or in the document or in the idea which a writer is conveying. It should be clearly understood. So how can you achieve that clarity? It can be achieved by using a direct language, specific and concrete words, and the clear expressions. Let's understand this. If I write a sentence, I will contact you later. Later and contact will give a different perceptions to you. Contact, whether he's going to call you, whether he's right will send you an email, he'll write a letter, or he'll make a personal visit. So how he's going to contact you is not clear. Then later, again later is whether he's going to meet you next week, contact you next week, next month, next date, or the next day. Again, how he's going to contact you is not clear. It means this is a very ambiguous sentence. If you rewrite the same sentence like this, I'll visit your office on Monday. It means this is pretty clear that the person is going to give a personal visit to your office on Monday. Precise and unambiguous sentence. You can also rewrite it. I'll send you an email next week. Again, it is clear that the person is going to contact you via email and the next week. Now, objectivity in technical communication is important. See, when the technical communication is a systematic discussion, analysis, and interpretation of facts rather than expressions of sentiments and emotions. There is no place of sentiments and emotions in technical document. So basically, the writer or the speaker is not concerned with the subjective comments and the personal feelings. You can achieve objectivity by using the factual and impersonal language. Impersonal language means the focus is on the work, what was done and what happened, rather than who has done this work. See, we know that microscope and telescopes are devices that we can use to magnify something. We can use a microscope to magnify the size of objects that are very small and we really cannot see them by the naked eye. See, this paragraph is personal and objective because we are using a personal pronoun and unnecessary, like a detailed information is also given in this, which is not required. You can convert this particular paragraph into an impersonal and objective tone. See how we remove these personal pronouns. Microscopes and telescopes are magnifying devices. The microscope is used to magnify the size of the objects that are too small to be seen by the naked eye. So we have removed the personal pronouns and make it impersonal, and instead of giving the subjective details, we are giving only the objective and the to the point information in these two lines. So these like these three lines and paragraph can be removed, can be cut short to the two-line sentences, and this information is precise, clear, impersonal, and objective. Also, to attain objectivity in your writing as well as speaking, you have to avoid the gender discrimination. Instead of mentioning men and women like men, maid, fireman, gunman, you can use a human being, chairperson, firefighter, security person, and so on. You don't have to highlight on the gender. Next is your do not refer to irrelevant differences, like the relevant differences which are based on your caste and religion should be avoided in your technical writing. Like if you say a Muslim lawyer or a Bengali teacher, that is not a very good, that is basically it's not justifying a teacher. Teacher is a teacher. You cannot say he's a Hindu teacher or a Bengali teacher. A journalist is a journalist, whether it's a male or a female. So these kind of irrelevant differences should be avoided in your technical writing. So we have studied in this session about the need of a the importance of technical communication, the style of technical communication, how you have to attain that particular style, what kind of a words and sentences should be chosen, and then the ABC of technical communication and how you have to attain objectivity in technical communication. I hope you like this slides. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe to channel. If you have any query, you can email your query and suggestions at bytesiksha@gmail.com. Thank you.